Hi, welcome to this episode of Bread.
Today we're going to talk about baptism for the dead, and you had a verse to read.
I do have a verse, and so the verse is in 1 Corinthians 15:29, and it says, "Otherwise, what will they do who are baptized for the dead if the dead do not rise at all? Why then are they baptized for the dead?" Now, Paul is actually in this chapter talking about resurrection. But I wanted to make a point about Mormons and their religion, how they would take this verse, this obscure passage, which is just one verse, and they'll make it a cornerstone of their religion, which is baptism for the dead. I guess that's a doctrine that they have. So my question is why the Mormons in their religion, they will not be honest about the fact that Paul's talking about resurrection in this chapter, but we've got one verse here about baptism for the dead, which he doesn't even discuss as far as what it's referring to or what it means. He's just referring to they, and he doesn't say that he believes it himself or anything, but
it's not mentioned anywhere else.
We don't have a lot of, right, and that's true, yeah, we don't have it anywhere else in the scripture, and yet they've taken this and made it a cornerstone of their doctrine. So it sounds like it's almost deceptive, and it's not honest, which we know the father of lies and deception is Satan.
So, I mean, what do Mormons say baptism for the dead is? I mean, what do they believe about it?
Well, from my understanding, I think they believe that they can actually get someone saved who's already died.
Okay, so they're already dead.
Right, they can, someone that's dead, they can actually be saved in their religion, into their religion, basically, into the Mormon religion.
So they've taken the one verse and used it as a way of essentially taking someone that, I mean, does this only apply to a Mormon that was dead, or is this non-Mormons that they're someone that dies that's not a Mormon, and then they'll have baptism of the dead for the non-Mormon, and then they'll become a Mormon at that point?
Yeah, I think it applies to anybody.
It is kind of, I think, an overreach from the Mormon religion to make a whole doctrine based on that obscure, just one verse.
Yeah, because even then he continues on about, if the dead do not rise, let us eat and drink, for tomorrow we die. In other words, there's no point to our life if there is no resurrection either.
Yeah. So he makes a couple of different arguments in that section about resurrection.
Yeah, and he's not, obviously, in the same way, not arguing for just living the way we want. Yeah. We know that he doesn't believe that. He's just putting up some points to show that the resurrection exists.
Yeah,
is real.
So he's not actually arguing for baptism for the dead as a doctrine, or that we should believe it. He's just using the example as a rhetorical device, if you will, to say, what's the point of even having this baptism for the dead? Not that I have it, but that you guys have it or know about it, if you don't even believe in resurrection.
Yeah.
Because what are they getting? They're not going to resurrect, so why would you be baptized for them? Alright. Well, thanks for watching another episode of Bread. Join us next time for our next topic.